Alright guys, welcome back to my channel. Very disappointing result yesterday for the Gunners, guys. No more to be said about it. Just give me 1 second, I just gotta do something quick and I'll be with you. Alright, but like I said, very disappointing result yesterday. No more to be said about it. Yeah. Where do we go from here? Manchester City on Wednesday. That is going to be a difficult game. No doubt. Can we win that game? I don't think so. Simple as. I think they're better than us. I think we'll have to do very well to actually get something out of that game. No doubt. It's going to be a tough one. How are they going to do today? City, will they win? We'll have to see. If they win today, we're going to be in serious trouble. No doubt about it. We're really going to have to pull something out of the hat, something big. We're going to beat them. I don't know. I have my doubts, to be honest. Only because they're so good. You know what I mean? Regardless of how we played. Just 1 second. But yeah. Alright, there we go. But yeah, it's going to be a tough game against City on Wednesday. No doubt about it. Which way do I think it's going to go? Very hard to say, to be honest. Very disappointing result yesterday, of course. But yeah, I'm going to get into that in a minute. Just bear with me here for a second, guys. Yeah, very disappointing. You know what I mean? But we'll see. Alright guys, Arsenal. Are we going to be champions? I'd have to say no. I don't think we can manage it. I think it's beyond us. I don't want to put a downer on things, but I think we're not going to get the win that we need on Wednesday. The win we needed was yesterday to take the 3 points, and we couldn't manage that either. So I don't think we're going to get the win we need. And I'm not a negative person, guys. Anyone that knows me, I'm the most positive person you can ever meet. But I just think it's beyond us. I don't think it's possible. Unfortunately for us, I think we're going to get found out. That is my opinion. The game yesterday was very disappointing for different reasons. But the main one, of course, being the amount of fight and heart and spirit in the team. We looked all at sea, under pressure. We're not playing as good as we have been. I mean, with all due respects to Brentford, they are a fantastic team, but we are not playing as good as we can or as good as we have been, and that is really the main problem, from what I can see. Yeah, what can I say? It is what it is. We got what we deserved, which was nothing. They beat us fair and square, and we can have nothing to say about that. Nothing at all. You know what I mean? That's how I see things. The place and the time to do the talking was yesterday and on the pitch. I've supported the club a long time, guys. 1993, since 93, yeah. Before some people were born, I believe, some of the new so-called Arsenal fans. But you have to be realistic about things. I mean, we're not going to beat City on Wednesday. It's as simple as that. You know what I mean? It is what it is, guys. You know what I mean? There's no way we're going to get in on that. It's just not going to happen. Simple as. Alright, so that guy is just helping out a fellow YouTuber and just saw something funny come up. But yeah, it is what it is, you know. Yeah. The performance yesterday, the result, everything was just absolutely shocking. Anybody that still thinks we might have a chance in the league, I don't know, guys. I respect all opinions, but I don't know. I think the second half of the season is much harder than the first. The teams are going out there with a game plan against us. Our team selection did not really help yesterday, but I mean, there was no fight, there was no battling, there was no belief, there was no heart, there was no determination. So many different things were lacking. It was unbelievable, to be honest. What was going on out on the field of play? Not worth talking about. There wasn't much going on. Look, there are many Arsenal fans out there, that, and there are a lot of Arsenal YouTubers out there, a lot of people I like, and I have respect for, but I know they have a different opinion to me, and that's cool, and I respect it. But in my opinion, we're not going to win the league this year, from what I've seen the last two games now going on. There was a definite lack of quality. The transfer window could have been better done. We are struggling at the moment. And yesterday was a game that we needed to win. We didn't lose, but we should have. They had the chances to win the game, and they were the better team than us, just like Everton were. They didn't get lucky yesterday, Brentford. They didn't get lucky. They deserved the win. Big up to my man Taib, man. Long time no see. What's going on with you, man? You alright? How is the new year going for you? I hope you're having a good month, man, a good time. And yeah, the game yesterday, man, I don't know that you watch it. I was at work, which is probably for the best, because I would have just put my fist straight through the TV. But I don't know what you thought of the game and the performance, and the last two games, more for that matter. Our last two games were, the performances were, honestly, man, we got what we deserved. You know what I mean? We can't complain. We got what we deserved. Whichever way you want to look at things, they were better than us. They outplayed us. They had much better chances. And when we went 1-0 up, they got the equaliser soon after. Sign of a good team. They responded. They equalised. And we could do nothing. We were powerless to stop them. It's not title winning form, guys. And City are waiting for us on Wednesday. We will not win that game. Say what you like, think what you like. We're not going to win that game. It's just not going to happen. We will not beat them on Wednesday. I have absolutely no doubt we're not going to beat them. Say what you like, think what you like. I respect everyone's opinions, but there'll be no 3 points on Wednesday, guys. No doubt about it. You were saying Arteta should be replaced. Yeah. Look, there's Arteta in and Arteta out there, and I have to say I was Arteta out. Or maybe I still am. But the team have done well this season so far. But the last 2 games have been absolutely terrible. We're just gone into a massive, massive decline. And I can't understand why. I mean, whenever a team shuts up shop against us and gets everyone behind the ball, we got no answer to it. I mean, I remember I was talking to someone this morning, an Arsenal fan, about this. And I remember back in the day, like Henry and Bergkamp, obviously these guys are, I mean, the quality that they have, different level to the players we have now. With all due respect to the current squad, these 2 guys are 2 of the greatest players to ever live. So we had Henry and Bergkamp. We had guys like that at the club. And even though we had them at the club, we had to get through a couple of 1-0 wins. We had to grind out results. This team is not capable of that because they were the kind of games where that needed to be done. It's not all champagne football, guys. We're cracking open the champagne and we're sailing towards the league title in May. There's games there where you have to rough it. And we're just not up for it. You know what I mean? We just couldn't do it. It wasn't happening. For one reason or another. So like I said, you can have the best players in the world, Henry Bergkamp, but there's always that game where you have to get through a 1-0 win. You have to scrape it. You have to fight and you have to give it 110%. That has been lacking from the team. It's not all about quality. Yesterday, we should have went out and done the business. Went through the pain, put up the fight, lead the line, and put the game beyond them. None of that was evident. They were better than us. They were on top. We were very lucky to get away with that point. They could have been 2 up in the first half, just like Everton. Much better than us. Everton, a relegation team. They've just been getting smashed all season, beaten. And we couldn't beat them. Now listen. That kind of thing. You know what I mean? Be honest, like, crap. Terrible. Seriously. Anyway. That's how I see things. It was a very, very, very disappointing game. He began in with the comment, I would get in a ruthless Italian manager. Maybe that's what's needed. Maybe a shot to the arm for Arteta. Maybe some change. Maybe he can drop down as assistant. But something has to change, guys, because the team has done very well this season to get where they are. And now all of a sudden, we can't win an argument. You know what I mean? Say no more about it. Terrible stuff. Really. Alright, let me see. Boom, 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 boom. Man City are winning. So there you have it, guys. They're closing in the death knell. We're 3 ahead in that big game coming up, and they're going to win that, and they're going to go 11 on points with us, and we're done. So that's our league. That's our league this season. Huh? And I'm back. McManus with a comment. Welcome along to the live stream, man. Anyone that hasn't already, check out this man's channel, McManus Gaming. It's up on the screen. Sub his channel and like his videos. We looked flat yesterday. We need a bigger squad so we can rotate and bring in decent players, not Jorginho. Apart from Jesus, Zinchenko and Trossard, the transfer windows have been a shambles. My friend. Honestly, Jorginho, that's who we ended up with. After chasing Caicedo. Honestly, we definitely need to use a bigger squad. We looked flat as a pancake yesterday. Flat like a 7-Up, guys, that's been left open all night. Bad analogies, but you get what I'm saying. I'm just still about the game. I'm just happy that I was in work. If I had been in a bar and someone started shouting about Brentford, things would have got serious. You know what I mean? The performance was lacking yesterday. I had absolutely nothing, yeah. Now, I'm not tired, guys, yeah, but I'm in ponderous mood. And I'm pondering about the game and what went on. Why on earth did we do what we have done so far this season to go out in the last 2 games and play like that? I mean, are their players tired? I mean, are they being given time to rest after games? I mean, these guys do not have money worries. They do not have any financial worries in life. They have a beautiful home, a beautiful car. A lot of them are married to beautiful women. They have a family. They never need to think about the financial aspect of things. Why go out and perform like that? Like, where is the pressure coming from? What is their problem? I mean, that they can't do what Brentford did. I mean, if that was Man United, they would have beaten Brentford. If that was City, they would have beaten Brentford. And not just because they had better teams. We have a better team than Brentford. Because they would have applied themselves and put Brentford under unbelievable pressure. Something we did not do from the very start. And that's what I said we had to do from the very beginning. Put the pressure on. And we were terrible. I mean, I was in a really bad mood yesterday at work. I'm not going to lie. I was ferocious, like an animal. And rightly so. Look what was going on. Honestly. If City win today, they're 2 points behind us. Then we play them next week. We lose if we play like we did yesterday. Then City go top. I tell you now, Edu, Vinay and Garlic need to start packing. Shambles. It's the last 2 performances, man. I don't know what's getting into the team. Nerves, tension. We were nowhere. We were nowhere yesterday. We should have lost that game. And when you consider what's riding on it, the league title, maybe our first Our best opportunity in a hell of a long time to be champions for the first time in almost 20 years. Almost 20 years. I can't believe it's been that long. And where are we now? Is it expecting too much at least to beat Brentford at home regardless of what happens in the City game? I said before the game yesterday, at least if we beat Brentford, it'll give us something going into the City match. Something to cling on to. And let's go out and do our best against them and see where we fare. But they couldn't even muster a performance yesterday. A performance of note. Something worthy of a team challenging for the title. They deserve nothing. They got what they deserved. They actually got more than they deserved. They should have lost that game. Performance, guys, was shocking. Now you see United are after winning. City are currently winning against Villa. Now you see how damaging that was yesterday. A 1-1 draw, well, maybe it's not too bad. Is that what I heard going around? And now you see the problem with that. McManus Gaming, it's fatigue. We have no players to bring off the bench. They've played every game. We can't rotate. It's a joke. You're a wise man, my friend. You know what I mean? I like you anyway as a person. I think you're sound out. But yeah, tiredness, man. Definitely. Yesterday was just so disappointing. And it's not because I want to go on and work with my chest puffed out. We won. I'm an Arsenal fan. This runs deep with every Arsenal fan this season. When you consider what's at stake, and we might have a chance of landing our first title in almost 20 years. So it's not about me being able to walk out on the street with my head held high, yeah, I'm an Arsenal fan. Or me in work going, yeah, great win for the team. This is more than that. This is for people like McManus and myself, Arsenal Alex, Stapes and the 3 Pointers TV, Kyle Walsh Gunner. He's gone off the radar at the moment. I understand why. I'd say he's absolutely fuming back in Ireland. Del Boy Gunner, Mani. This is for us guys. Taib. Honestly, that performance yesterday and the performance against Everton, you're not going to win titles with performances like that. Yesterday, we needed the 3 points because on Wednesday, we're going up against arguably one of the greatest teams on the planet right now. And we're not going to beat them. There's no way. The team has dipped in form, a real dip in form. And City are waiting for us on Wednesday. And you're telling me we're going to suddenly turn it all around, go out there and match them. There's no fairy tale ending to this story, guys. Yesterday was when the hard graft had to be put in to give ourselves any chance of winning the league. We got ourselves ahead. We were winning 1-0 somehow. Somehow we got ourselves 1-0 up. And they came back for 1-1. And that shows you the sign of a good team, guys. They got it back to 1-1 pretty quickly. Say what you like, yeah? Say what you want. But they're the facts. And they matched us. More than matched us. They should have beaten us yesterday, just like Everton did. And you know what? It's what we would have deserved. The transfer window, man. Will Arsenal be champions? No. Not from what I've seen. And it's unfortunate because we were leading the line up until this point. And now we're just going to fade. It's all going to be about Manchester City at the end, and maybe Manchester United, but it won't be about us. So it's disappointing. I'm disappointed, as many Arsenal fans are, I'd imagine. I'm not really going to get into the game, what had happened, other than that they outplayed us and they deserved to beat us. We were very lucky to claim a point. And that is exactly what was going on out there. And yeah, that's basically it. Welcome along to everybody watching my channel anyway. Please subscribe to my channel if you haven't already. I would appreciate it. And yeah, what was going on yesterday? Honestly, man. I mean, seriously, is that what we give when we're meant to be going for the title? I mean, seriously, that's what we deliver. I just don't know. Honestly, it just I wasn't impressed. I wasn't impressed at all. It was terrible. Say no more about it. Absolutely terrible, terrible, terrible. But yeah, on over now, guys. McManus again with the comment. Thank you for joining my stream. Didn't bring in enough in the summer. Needed more than what we got. Needed more in January. We needed more than Trossard and the Polish fella in January. They bring in Jorginho. We never do enough. Pathetic. That's exactly the way it was out there, my friends. We got hung, drawn, and quartered, and there's no other way to describe it. Gunnar gang coming in. The VAR is a piss take. We were absolutely lackluster again. Welcome along to my stream, man. Yeah, we were like me a bit today. I was no drinking yesterday, guys, but yesterday was a real sobering result. I mean, what happened yesterday was just inexcusable. Yeah, we were absolutely lackluster again. McManus is saying it's fatigue because we're not rotating the players, that the players are tired. And you know what? That makes perfect sense. We were brutal. I mean, shocking. No excuses, yeah? We had to hold our hands up there. I mean, I haven't heard much coming out of the camp since the game, and that is the worrying part. That is absolutely the worrying point for me, that we haven't heard anything much from the squad after the game. They're like sheep, as quiet as mice. And why is that? Because they know that they're after being found out again this season, or what? For what they really are. I mean, we've had a good enough first half of the season, but now when it comes to the pressure and it comes to the actual business end of the season, guys, this is what we do, yeah? We fall apart. Honestly, man. Anyone that doesn't think that this is a serious situation right now, they're dreaming, because we are going to slip and slide like you've never seen before. And again on Wednesday, we're not going to get what we want. I don't even think we can hold them. I mean, to a draw. Not on what I've seen so far. I mean, we couldn't hold a relegation team. So how are we going to hold Man City? It doesn't make sense. Honestly, it does not make sense. We're going to be found out, unfortunately. And it is going to be painful. Trust me. I have it up there. Will Arsenal be champions? Rhetorical question, guys. Obviously, don't answer that. But yeah. Yeah. I'm like the team yesterday. Lethargic. Because that was a terrible, terrible performance. Honestly. I mean, we as fans, we deserve so much more than that. What we saw yesterday. It just doesn't make sense. Like I said, Kyle Walsh got not around. He's kind of gone off the radar, I think. Would you blame him? With this kind of thing going on. Honestly. No excuses for that kind of thing, man. And now we find ourselves in real trouble. You know what I mean? Now we find ourselves in real, real trouble. We've got problems. You know what I mean? But yeah. This is what we're looking at, guys. We've got 21 games played, 16 wins, 3 draws, 2 losses, and we're on 51 points. City have 22 games played. This is up to date to this moment. 15 wins, 3 draws, 4 losses, and they are on 48 points. So we have a game in hand, and they're 3 points behind. But that game in hand is against City, and we will not win that game. So food for thought. Make what you want of it. McManus in the comments, if we don't win the league, we have fans saying it don't matter. We weren't expecting to. These are the same fans that said we got bigger fish to fry and we got knocked out of the FA Cup. Oh, honestly, man. It's just like, I don't know. I'm smiling now, yeah, but the last thing I feel is happy or humorous about the situation. It was terrible yesterday. And we never looked like we could win the game. Never. Even when we took the lead, man, it was somewhat fortuitous, if I want to say. If only fortuitous for the fact that we could have been 2-0 down at that point. Or it could have been worse. We were run ragged by their attack. We were hanging in there. And we got them with a break. A bit of sloppy defending. And Trossard going at the back post for the top in. You know what I mean? A bit of ball watching going on in the Brentford defence. Wasn't bad from Saka, and it wasn't bad from Trossard either. But at that point, Brentford should have been out of sight. And then they pegged us back a couple of minutes later. Sign of a good team, guys. We couldn't get away from them. And we couldn't hold out when the pressure came. Defending was abysmal. Performance was shocking. One of the worst I've ever seen. And this is when we needed a result. This is when we needed a win. It's not funny anymore, you know what I mean? I ran this game of the TV and I got thrown through the window yesterday. Yeah, obviously. Honestly, man. Seriously, like. Anyone that watched that game yesterday, don't tell me Brentford were lucky. Because you don't know football. You don't know what you're talking about. Anyone that comes on and says that, go watch someone else's channel, alright? Don't bother me with that kind of thing. We got more than we deserved yesterday. Not Brentford. They should have beaten us. They had the opportunities. They were very unlucky. Very unlucky. And where were we? And where was Arteta in this moment? With his tactics and his team selection? Honestly, man, I think McManus has got a point of a team not tired. There's a bit of fatigue setting in. They played every game this season. And there's more being asked of them. At the highest level of the game in the toughest league in the world. And we have no cover. We got no one else to take over. Now don't be telling me. Honestly. I just don't know what to say. Just disappointing, like. Just disappointing. Everything about it. Shocking. Absolutely shocking. The whole performance. I mean, everything about it, man. The lead up to it, we were like lambs to the slaughter in the game. But the lead up to the match, a lot of quiet people out there. Nobody kind of beating their chests and shouting from the rooftops that we're going to win the game and that we have a chance and this and that. None of the players were vocal and no one vocal after the game. I mean, is it a fear of commitment? Is it this? Is it that? They just bottled it completely for the second game in a row. I mean, the pressure's on against Everton, for example. We got taught a lesson. And then we got taught another lesson. Honestly, man. I don't know if anyone watched Troops yesterday on AFTV, but he hit the nail on the head. Yesterday was a game not for Zinchenko. The Man City game is for him. This was a game for Kieran Tierney. He would have been better suited in a match like that. You know what I mean? With respect to Zinchenko, he is a fantastic, fantastic football player. But maybe not the right choice yesterday. Because on the left-hand side, Martinelli was isolated. And Tierney rampages up the left-hand side and provides support. He's attack-minded. Whereas Zinchenko tends to play through the middle, which is all well and good, but that's where Brentford are at their strongest. And I like Zinchenko. He's an amazing football player, fantastic football player. But that's what was going on out there. Tierney would have been better suited. And in fairness to Arteta, when he saw the way things were going, change it up at half time. I mean, what was the change we brought on in the end? Was it Partey went off? No, Xhaka went off, and Vieira came on. Explain that to me. He was tired. He had an injury. What's the point of doing that with like 5 minutes to go? Xhaka off, Vieira on. He didn't have time to tie his boots. Not mind to score a goal. Wouldn't even lace up her boots in that time. Doing the change at 5 minutes to go. We needed to win. We had 90 minutes. We had the whole first half and the whole second half. 45 minutes each half to get something out of the game. And that's the performance that they put in. And people wondering why. Going to win an argument, guys. Not going to be champions. So you can dispel that little dream now, yeah, the little brain fart. Not going to happen. You'll see on Wednesday what's going to happen. You know what I mean? Don't hold your breath, guys. There'll be no 3 points on Wednesday. If we get a point, it'll be a success, in my opinion, against that team. Because they're going to look at what our performance yesterday and the one against Everton, and they're going to lick their lips. They're going to make mincemeat of us. Simple. Honest to God. Is that all we got in the tank? Is it the best we can do, what we saw yesterday? Don't tell me that. That's the way it is. Alright, I'm going to wrap up the stream there. I want to thank everybody for tuning in. Thank you to the McManus. Thank you to Gunnar gang. Thank you to Taib. Thank you to everybody for watching my stream. And I'll see you next time, guys. And let's see what will happen. Let's see what will happen the next day against City. Let's prepare ourselves, because it's going to be interesting, no doubt. This one is really going to set the men from Dubai's. So we'll have to see what happens with that one. It's going to be interesting, no doubt. Alright. I'll talk to you later, guys. Thank you for tuning into my stream. Thank you to the McManus. I'm going to put my head down and rest a while. And food for thought, guys. Food for thought. But keep the faith, yeah? It's only been almost 20 years. Sure, we can wait another 20 years till we're all dead. You know what I mean? Peace out.